Hi everyone, it's Anne from Attune Hypnosis, and today I want to share with you a awesome tool to use if you have to make a decision on something and you are struggling, or if you have to choose between different things and you can't figure out which one to pick. I had this happen to me in my life this week, trying to make a decision between three really great options, and I was overthinking the heck out of it. Like, this one's great, this one's great, this one's great, they're all great, this person's lovely, that person's lovely, this is gonna help. And I could not make a decision, and I was so in my head with it that it was just like going and going. I was getting annoyed at myself for not making a decision. So in order to try to figure out what to do, I thought I would try an experiment. So if you are familiar with muscle testing, this is a muscle testing experiment. If you aren't, I'll give you a little demo so you understand in a moment. But basically what I was doing is I had three envelopes. And so I put a 1 on one, a 2, and a 3. And then what I did was I took my options and I put option A, option B, and option C. So then what I had my son do, because I didn't want any conscious involvement in this, I didn't want to know what was going on. So I had my son take these and put them in these envelopes, and I have no idea which one he put in what envelope. And then I had a little piece of paper that it had all the options. And so what I would do is I would do a muscle testing session with my son. And so what we would do is I'll give you a little demo in a minute, but whatever envelope I happened to pick in that muscle testing session, he would take the whole envelope into the house. He would open the envelope and see which one of these was in the envelope, and he would put a check mark next to whatever option it happened to be. Then we repeated it, and we repeated it 6 times, and he each time would rearrange the letters and the envelopes, so it never appeared in the same envelope again, or at least if it did, I have no idea if he changed them or he didn't change them, because for me, I was out of the whole picture, and I did not look at the results of the experiment, until the whole thing was over. So I had no idea if it was the same check mark going beside the same option, or if I was getting different numbers every single time. So after doing this 6 times, I went and I looked at the piece of paper, and on the piece of paper was the same check mark 6 times for one option. So out of all the randomizations we did, after me having no idea what option was in what envelope, I chose the same thing 6 times. And so I want to give you a little demonstration about how to do this today, just so if you ever need this, to use this, because I mean, I certainly didn't do the statistics on that, but I feel like that's a pretty statistically significant event when you do something 6 times and you get the same answer over and over and over, and you have no idea what was in the envelope. So I'm just going to call my son here, Mason, to come help me with this experiment, just to show you what we did. So if you're familiar with muscle testing, the point is that I'm supposed to hold my arm out here, and when I ask Mace, he is supposed to push down on my arm, and I am supposed to resist. So I'm supposed to do my best to hold it up. And if it's true, then I will be able to keep my arm strong. And if it is false, then my arm goes down, or it's easily pushed down. So no matter how hard I try, it either stays strong or it goes down. And so that's how we figured out which envelope we were supposed to keep. I would hold the envelope in my hand, and I would say, is the option in envelope number 1 the best option for me? And we would do the experiment. And then I would say, go and repeat it with option 2 and envelope 2 and envelope 3. And then we found every time I was only able to keep my arm up for one envelope every time. And so that was the one he would record. So we'll just show you how it goes here. So what I did was always kind of like a little bit of a calibration, I would say. So I would say, okay, my arm this is a yes response. And so he would push, and I'm resisting, but I'm keeping my arm strong. And then I would say, okay, this is a calibration for a no response. And I'm trying to keep it up, but he can get it down. So that's how we did it. We did that 6 times. Thanks, sweetie. We did that 6 times and I was able to get the same result all 6 times. So what I would recommend if you're going to do this, get the same person to do it so it's exerting the same pressure every time, sort of to account for that variable in your experiment. But I hope you find this useful. And if you ever use this and have some kind of crazy outcome with it like I did, I would love to know, because it took all of the guessing and all of my overthinking out of my head, and it just let me get obviously a very clear response about what option was best for me at this time. So I just want to thank you all for watching today, and I hope that this blows your mind and that you are able to have the same results for yourself. So have a great day.